Did your shadow in Sekiro died more than twice? No worries, so did I. Hello, this is Jack. If you are new to the channel, welcome to my humble abode. And to my dear subscribers, special mentions to you and you. You know who you are. Thank you for watching my non-climatic videos. You guys rock. I started this channel mostly for shorts. I enjoyed incorporating music or sound effects to game footages that I was playing, especially the fail ones. Because the fail ones, for me, are thus the birth of my series Sekiro Dies a Lot, although this game is dead serious. Seriously hard, it can give you depression or makes you question your choices in life. But if you somehow watch my series, 90% of it I was laughing. Don't get me wrong, I'm not crazy. It was just me enjoying the gameplay. Ay, putik. Natawaan pa rin. Sekiro, or Sekiro, however you pronounce it, is a shinobi sworn to protect the divine heir. Now the problem with this Ashina guy and his obsession in weaponizing the divine heir's power, that is immortality, went ahead and kidnapped the poor kid. Here enters our hero, Sekiro, and his quest in saving Kuro-sama, the divine heir, and bringing him home. Of course, easier said than done. After defeating some bad guys, some bad chickens, and ultimately the Ashina guy, Sekiro finally gets reunited with his master, only to find that Kuro-sama doesn't want to go home. Kuro-sama, the divine heir, on his short stay at Ashina's castle, found a way to severe immortality. I mean, who wouldn't? With Ashina trying to replicate immortality and failing. Look at the state of this guy. Now back to the road to acquire the mortal blade, a white flower, some other things, and a lot of resilience and perseverance. Sekiro is on another quest to fulfill Kuro-sama's request to severe immortality. Then again, easier said than done. Sekiro's world is gloomy, sad, vibrant and magical at the same time. I love how diverse and how surreal places and enemies I've encountered. After acquiring the dragon's tear, the one thing needed to severe immortality, I knew that I am close to the end. I knew after I learned that I had to meet Kuro-sama to the place where it all started. As someone who gets attached and gets invested to the storyline and the things in between, I took a step back. I had to finish what were left hanging. It started with this old lady in the Fountainhead Palace asking for my help to free his father. His father, who was tricked into the promise of eternity, gets to feed this damn fish. Further inside the palace was another lady asking for my help to open a gate as she has some business to attend to inside. The goody old me, of course, opened it for her, only to find this.
かな。よくも測りおったな。何が貴族のものか、永遠なものか。返せ、父よ。父様を返せ。
I honestly felt sad after that scene. I was out of words for some minute before I finally moved on. It was something that felt real to fictional characters you were invested upon. It was those things that makes you feel you belong there. That pushed me to free the old lady's father from the curse. The quest continued with me finding a god-forsaken bell. It was so well hidden that I felt I was just running around the palace. But persistence runs a long way. I finally found the bell. And as a bonus, I also found this tall guy in a noble's robe. Seeing his skeletal face as if death has erased his name on the list, I instantly knew that this has to be the old lady's father. So back to my quest on feeding the fish. After that point, I was completely lost. I was supposed to do a blind playthrough, but hearing from the man that his master, the fish, must not grow fat, my mind just went. So for the closure of this quest, even if it is against my will, I did what others would normally do. Yes, I asked Google, and Google said that I have to talk to this weird guy selling stuff for carp scales. And weirdly enough, the guy said that he dreamed of being a carp. I know, right? But not as weird as those people who wanted to be a chair. To cut the story short, because this is already taking too long, the weird guy handed me another bait, and I gave it to the fish, and went to the place where Google said that I have to go to get the gift that the weird guy has promised. And lastly, talk to the father. I just love happy ending.
お疲れ様でした、父様。永遠などなくとも、私も姉様もずっと一緒ですよ。だから休みましょう、父様。
This merchant in the outskirts of Ashina has been asking favors from me, and the last one is for me to find someone big and strong to help him with the loots he got from the dead bodies in the battlefield. I know, right? That bastard. Now this doctor in the abandoned dungeon also wanted someone big with a body strong enough to withstand the toll of their experiments. And the two points to this poor guy, strong and big, and conveniently had an amnesia. To make the story short, I lured the poor guy to the dungeon, favoring the doctor's request and leaving the merchant with no one. The problem is, I did the most unspeakable thing in my gaming history. Ay! Ay, pwede siyang patayin. Pwede patayin si Dusako. Teka. Why? Ay, nagalit siya. Nagalit si Dosako. Ala ka, pinatay ko si Dosako. In my defense, it was an accident. But good job to me, I cannot progress the quest. And the poor guy be damned to that cell forever. Yeah, damn. Hanbei then dying, because he cannot die, literally. I mean, he said he tried all methods to kill himself, but nothing worked. Hanbei has been my sparring partner since the beginning. He helped me a lot in polishing the Mikiri counter because God knows how much I suck to that sword style. After acquiring Fushiguri the Mortal Blade, I knew that I could grant his long-time wish, that is to die. But I held it far too long because, I still might need him for practice. But the time has come, and as farewell, I'm going to grant him his long-time wish. Goodbye, friend. Thank you. Bushido, at least that's what Sekiro addresses the sculptor, had been one of my favorite characters in the game. 1. His selfless act of attaching his prosthetic arm to Sekiro, saying that Sekiro can do justice with it better than him. 2. Although he made it look like he doesn't care about Sekiro, but once in a while he gives advice and tells tales of the past, made him a very likable character. Of course, I brought him sake, a rice wine, whenever I get one. But Bushido, late in the game, left without a word. Okay, going home. Ay! Bakit wala na si Bushido dito? Ba't wala na si Bushido? Iniwan ako ni Bushido. Why? As crazy as it sounds, I went to look for him. I scoured the corners of Ashina in search for Bushido, until... I tried. Bushido was consumed by hatred again. I tried over and over. But I just can't. He's just too much for me. It could be some skill issues, and I accept that. But damn, the farthest I get was his second HP bar. Should I follow the Shura's path or the Demon of Hatred on my second play, just so Bushido will not be the Shura, or take the same path? By then, I will be strong enough, wise enough to end his suffering. But for now I have to go. Though it is with a heavy heart, I have to say goodbye and take that first step to the final stage. This is my overture of the end. Thank you for watching.